You're listening to Hawk Talk with former Seahawks wide receiver Michael Bumpus. Powered by Seahawks.com. Now, here's your host, Nasser Kyobe.
Welcome into another edition of Hawk Talk. The Seahawks go down to the Music City in Nashville, beating the Titans 30-24 on Sunday. Bump. And listen, it wasn't the prettiest game of all time.
It wasn't.
NFL. Games are going to be like that.
What it is, man.
It's one of those things. I think people get a little too caught up in what should happen. Mm-hmm. Oh, this team should beat a team by 30. And this Seahawks team has spoiled everybody by some of the blowouts we've had this year, right?
Facts.
The Cardinals game, the Saints game, the Commanders game. So you expect that. I understand it. But my philosophy, Bump, is you never apologize for wins in the National Football League.
No, sir.
You take how you can get it. And it's awesome to be able to learn lessons while winning still. Mm-hmm. Not always in a loss. So let's jump right into it. What had happened?
See, what had happened at first was
on Hawk Talk.
Titans come out the gate, Bump, with their longest opening drive of the season. 15 plays, took about 9 minutes off the clock. They did have to settle for 3. And we're going to talk about him a little bit, but Cam Ward is nice, man.
He is.
Cam Ward
mobile as heck. Might have been in one of his better games this year, too.
Without question, he was under duress the entire day, but continued to find ways to extend plays. The Seahawks would then answer that drive with an 8-play, 45-yard drive on their own. They'd settle for a 47-yard field goal to even things up at 3. The defense would get a stop on the following drive, Bump, setting up one of the biggest plays of the season.
Yeah, and after a false start, the Seahawks faced a 3rd and 6 from their own 37-yard line. Then Sam Darnold would connect with who? JSN, 633 yards in the air, made the score 10-3. We're going to break down that play later. It was easy. A little bit of a push off. It's not even push off. It's like when you throw a jab, you're trying to find the range. You know, just where's his DB? Hand on the chest, catches it, backpedals into the end zone. Put some style points on it. The Hawks will force another punt on the Titans' next drive and will put points on the board once again with a 30-yard field goal from Jason Myers. That made the score 13-3.
Yeah, and this was the game kind of consistently we felt like the Seahawks were in control the entire time. Following possession, the Hawks would get a big turnover on downs, stop the Titans on a 4th-and-1 run. Then they'd settle for another field goal. And this game could have been a blowout. Yeah. But the Seahawks settled for a lot of field goals. They go up 16-3 at the half. To start the second half, though, Seahawks come right at it. 3 plays, 76 yards, ending with a 13-yard touchdown to JSN. This is going to be the JSN show. We'll break down both of those plays. But JSN also helped set that up with a 56-yard reception earlier in the drive. That made the score 23-3 with the Seahawks really in control of this thing.
Yep, both teams, they get the ball next 2 possessions. They end up punting, but disaster would strike for the Seahawks when Chimere DK.
Nice.
There we go.
Nice,
but return a punt. I got a good producer. 90 yards for a touchdown. That made the score 23-10. You hate to see that, but the Hawks would respond. 6 plays, 74 yards with a 6-yard touchdown. Ending with a 6-yard touchdown from Zach Charbonnet, hitting the corner, lowering that shoulder, getting into the end zone. That was set up by a 90-yard run by K9 and a 20-yard reception by K9. This is the most he's played when it comes to percentage. I think 62% of the snaps he was in. Mike McDonald said K9 was going to get more love. I know he didn't get the touchdown, but he did get more love.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about him too. He's playing really well, and you earn more carries each and every week. That's been a staple of this Mike McDonald program. And then, the game was pretty much in hand. The Titans did make it interesting. You score 2 touchdown drives later in the game. You end up making it a 1-score game. They try the onside kick. It does not go 10 yards. The Seahawks recover the football. Sam Darnold takes a knee. The Seahawks win the ball game. And I think also because the Seahawks have been so good on the Central or Eastern time zone, these 10 a.m. starts, we've come accustomed to them just doing it and handling business. And they still did, but, it takes a while to get going. And they didn't start off slow, but, it wasn't the most perfect game. Nah. It is what it is. The Seahawks still get the job done. The game was never in jeopardy. The Seahawks outgained the Titans 353-296. The Titans were 6 of 17 on 3rd down and 5 of 7 on 4th down, which helped keep things close.
Yeah, the Titans, they dominated time of possession, too. I mean, you start off that first drive, take up 9 minutes off the clock. You're going to be in the running when it comes to that. 37 minutes to 22. The Titans ran 68 plays to the Seahawks 47. They outrushed the Titans, though, 114-64. But most importantly, no turnovers. It's been a while since the Hawks had a game with no turnovers, so that was good to see. It wasn't a blowout like most expected, but this is the NFL. Like you said, you don't apologize for wins. You take them any way you can. And Spoon had a quote, which I love. I've been saying it all day. He goes, I'd rather learn from a win than learn from a loss. And, I'm with you 100%, Spoon.
That goes for in life. Like, please give me lessons in the wins. Seahawks improved to 8-3 for the first time since 2020, the last time the Seahawks won the NFC West, so that's huge.
All right.
And again, you'll take wins, but for me, I'll start off first and I'll kick it to you. What I learned about this team is they can win in different ways. They can win if they don't have their fastball. They can win and figure out ways to come together and get it done. And depth. This team, it doesn't matter who it is. Patrick O'Connell we'll talk about. He steps in when Ernest Jones is out. Whether it's been Ty Okada, whether it's been Drake Thomas, whether it's been D'Anthony Bell, who also stepped up and played when Okada went down. They're just deep at every position, and literally it's a next man up mentality, and everyone comes with it every week.
Yeah, I learned it's a versatile defense. I looked up some numbers, man. Lots of time spent in dime and nickel. Like, base was out there, but lots of time in dime and nickel. And it seems like every week, this is who they are, but every week they kind of tweak what they need to do according to their personnel and who they're facing. So I just learned that you got to be versatile throughout the NFL season. It ain't all going to be pretty. You got to be scrappy. There were that. And Sam Darnold, it looks like he got his confidence back. Some of the throws that he was making let me know that he's not going to be gun shy. He's going to throw that thing.
No, and that's who he is, and that's how he got there. So one bad game, to your point, is not going to change how he plays the game of football, which we love. And there's a lot of people making plays all over the field. Let's get into it. Playmakers.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
Playmakers.
Show them what time it is! Holy catfish!
Well, where are we going to start? Of course, number 11, Jackson Smith-Njigba, number 1 in your hearts. 8 receptions, 167 yards, 2 touchdowns. Had a 63-yard touchdown reception, which is a career high for him in terms of yards. JSN set Seattle's single-season receiving yards record, now has 1,313 yards. Beat DK Metcalf's record in 2020, who had 1,303. I'm just going to give myself a little pat on the back. I did call that at the end of the year.
You called it. You didn't think it was going down in 12, though.
No, I thought we'd at least get to 15 or 16, but we just saw what this guy could do. We saw what he could do at the end of last year, and he's continued to do it each and every week. He also passed Julio Jones for the 5th most receiving yards in a player's first 11 games of a season in the Super Bowl era with 1,313. Set a career high now with 7 receiving touchdowns this season, and also has 8 with 100-yard games, man. I mean, he is doing his thing. He is the best receiver in the NFL by a wide margin, and I just got no more words about this dude because he is that talented each and every week.
Hey, gets her done. Most reliable player on this team right now is JSN. Sam Darnold had himself a good day, too. 16 to 26, 244 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, which is key. QB rating of 118.1. He now has 20 games with 100-plus pass rating since 2024 and tied for the most in the NFL. It's a huge bounce back. Took care of the football. Took the check downs, did exactly what he needed to do. And even the questionable throws, I understand what he's doing and why he's going there. I'm not scratching my head thinking, what are you doing? But Sam Darnold, man, bounce back, swag is there, celebrating with his boys. I wanted to see that.
Oh, yeah. No, and when those two are on the same page, it's dangerous for this league. Staying on offense, Ken Walker, 11 carries, 71 yards, 6.5 yards a carry. He also had 3 receptions for 30 yards. Not unbelievable stats. We've seen Ken Walker have big game after big game before, but I just love, like you said earlier, to keep him involved, get him more touches, because I really feel like this offense is at their best when he's on the field and showing what he can do there. So it's cool to see him slowly but surely getting more involved in the game plan. So I'm looking for big things from Ken Walker moving forward.
Patrick O'Connell, man, 9 tackles, 1 sack, 1 TFL, 1 quarterback hit, was called up from the practice squad, and he played some good football, had some big hits on that first drive. A big hit on the sideline, man. Chenna washed him out. Patty O came down here and bam, smacked that dude. Young man out of Montana, got some reps at his thing.
No, love it. And again, going back to depth, he's out there every time. So cool to see another big sky guy getting after it. Obviously, Ty Okada in the secondary for Montana State. I know it's a little bit of a rivalry there. But yeah, no, love what we're seeing from him. Patty O doing his thing. Leonard Williams. This is each and every week. 4 tackles, 1 sack, 1 TFL, 4 QB hits. Again, making life miserable for offensive linemen across the National Football League. And then Byron Murphy, 5 tackles, 1 sack, 1 TFL, 1 QB hit. He's having himself a year.
Yes,
he's tied with the league lead or the team lead in sacks with Leonard. And each and every week, he is a dog. He he's a problem.
Yep.
If your offensive line, those two are problems. The level we're seeing from them.
Yeah, he's tied for third, I want to say, in the league amongst D tackles when it comes to sacks, too. There's one with 6.5, and there's a few with 6. So Byron Murphy, keep doing your thing. And then Drake Thomas led the team with 10 tackles and 1 TFL. I mean, he's a starter in this league. This is just what he does now. And it's fun to see Drake Thomas elevate himself the way that he has. All right, let's get to the wide receiver round up. We got JSN at 8 for 167. Like we mentioned, 2 touchdowns, a long of 63. K9, 3 for 30, a long of 29. You got Cooper Kupp, 2 for 24. AJ Barner, 2 for 18. And Arroyo had 1 for 5.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about, early in the season, we're like, man, I don't know if it can be the JSN show each and every week. Well, yes, it can. Yes, it can. I have no problem with that. Obviously, Sam Darnold, everyone's playing their role. I'm sure we're going to hit on this a little bit, Bump, as we break down these plays. Everyone's doing the role to help JSN get as open as he's doing. But, man, it's really cool to see, which brings us to our plays of the game. Sam Darnold linking up with Jackson Smith-Njigba for a 63-yard touchdown.
3rd down and 6. Slot to the near side. Smith-Njigba now comes over from left to right. 4-man rush. Darnold has time. Going to let it fly. Got a man. JSN makes the catch. Breaks the tackle. He's going to back into the end zone for a touchdown. Seahawks. 63 yards. Single coverage. You guys know better than that, Tennessee. A beautiful pass. Smith-Njigba catches it. DB falls down. A certain touchdown for the Hawks, and Seattle leads now 9-3.
Yeah, this was fun. This is a big play that we were waiting for. You got Jason on the left side of the formation. He motions over to the right side. The safety switch responsibility to say, all right, now you got eyes on him. You watch him. Before we focus on JSN, the play that gets this guy open, or the route, is Rashid Shaheed. And the reason why is he gets an inside release. He's crossing the field around 10 to 12. That makes that safety have to respect it and bite down. That's part of their rules, right? Deep cross, you come down and you help. So that isolates JSN one-on-one with the other safety. JSN inside releases and then just goes, man. He goes, he's faster than what people think. He gets behind him and makes the difficult catch once again. The other routes just kind of layer things up. You force the flat defenders to be flat defenders, and then you pull one safety with you. You isolate JSN one-on-one, and he makes a big play, scores a touchdown. And the offensive line, look, if you want to get so far outfield, like on the left side, you got Zabel, I believe that is, of going up against that 3-tech. That 3-tech is so far upfield. All right, I'm going to watch you there. I'm going to keep you there. And Sam Darnold is going to step up. The right side does a good job. You got a 3-on-2 over there. You should win that battle every time. Big ups on Olu cleaning that thing up with a little punch there. And Darnold stepping up, making a great throw.
Yeah, no, you said it perfectly. A couple of things. Love what we saw from JSN, putting his foot in the ground, getting past. And if you're the secondary, you're a safety playing JSN from depth like that, good luck. Because it essentially turns into man, and you're playing man approaching the line of scrimmage when the ball is being snapped as JSN's running full speed right at you. Good luck, man. You're going to lose that battle 10 out of 10 times. And then you talked about a super clean pocket for Sam Darnold. And I just, again, we've run out of words to talk about this. Throws up a great ball, and then JSN just slowly falls down, gets to look at everybody as he walks backwards into the end zone, celebrate a little bit. Love what we saw from there. JSN, these guys continue to keep making plays. And we'll stick with that theme, Bump. JSN, Sam Darnold finds JSN again for this time a 13-yard touchdown.
2nd down and 3 at the Tennessee 13. Again, eye backs. Play fake this time to Walker. Sam throws. Got a man in the back of the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown! Seahawks! Man, what's that, 3 plays? JSN makes the catch in the back of the end zone from 13 out. A big score, his second of the game. The Seahawks stretch their lead now 22-3, and that drive, they made it look easy.
It's all about the setup here. You come in a run-heavy formation. You're bringing an extra O-lineman on the left side. You got Oots at the fullback spot. You got K9 in the I formation. Look, everything says we're going to run this football, so the Titans defense has to respond accordingly. What do? You drop another man in the box and you play this thing tight. What it turns into is obviously a play action and essentially a cover 3. All right, you got one high safety, you got the back corner covering a deep third where no one is there, and then you have, again, you created a one-on-one with JSN. What makes this thing work here is obviously the play action. You got your linebackers who bite up. Then you have the deep cross by Cody White. The deep cross by Cody White grabs the attention of the safety and that corner. So now you got a a one-on-one with JSN. JSN inside releases and gets vertical, and what he does, he sells the corner, looks over his right shoulder, puts that left foot in the ground, then he snaps it off. What that does is that width, it creates more space, get him away from that safety. You got to do something to hold that safety. So with JSN getting wide and snapping it off, it creates space. Sam Darnold throws a dart and you're good to go. Also, Sam Darnold, when the ball is snapped, he holds that safety with his eyes. All it takes is a 0.5. 0.5, I'm looking at that deep cross. The safety has to respect it. Now I'm going back. He lets go of the football right in time before contact is there. The timing is everything. The details are everything. This is rinse and repeat so far.
Well, and again, I love that you said Jason selling the corner because the touchdown he had before was essentially a corner route. So okay, I'm not going to get beat there. Sam Darnold, I want to give him props too because he stands tall in the pocket right there. There's a little pressure to his left side. And where he got in trouble last week, he didn't throw off his back foot. He leans, steps into the throw, makes a great play there. Love what we saw from Sam. And then we've heard a lot recently, Bump. Why aren't people just double teaming JSN in every play? Okay, well, if that safety just stays over JSN the entire time, Cody White catches a touchdown.
Wide open.
It doesn't matter if those guys aren't necessarily superstars in this league. They're in the NFL. If that's Cody White, if that's Cooper Kupp, if that's Rashid Shaheed, they will make that play and it will be a touchdown.
Yeah.
It just you can't just put two people on him.
No,
you don't think people would have figured that out by now and just taken him away?
The best you can do is bracket him, which is try to get a second level defender on him to jack him up, and then high low him with that guy and a safety. But you're committing 2-1, so something else is going to be there. And the way that Kubiak designs these plays and calls them, it forces everyone out there to be true to their rules when it comes to pass coverage. So it sounds good. You know how many times I've been at a spot they're saying, just double them. Sure, go ahead and do that. Someone else is going to eat, but the route combinations challenge your rules.
Yeah, and I guess you could sit in too high all day long and say, I'm going to shade to that side, but you don't think a guy like Clint Kubiak in that offense is going to take a part of that too?
Hey, you already know. There's an answer for everything.
I'm just saying, it's tough, man. I feel you guys. I don't know why they can't take him away. Again, I get the pain. It's hard. He's really good at football. Man, the Seahawks get us back to our victory formation. We haven't had that for a week, so we're back at it. Seahawks get the dub.
Here comes the Seahawks offense onto the field and the Vikings defense trudging out there, knowing that one kneel down and the Seahawks are going to wind the clock down and win this one.
It's the victory formation on Hawk Talk.
Seahawks back in the win column after another road win against the Titans. We said at the beginning, wasn't the prettiest win of all time.
Nope.
Wasn't the blowout that everyone predicted. But it's the NFL. You got to bring it each and every week. I think we saw the Giants almost beat the Lions. That was the game they probably shouldn't have been in. Guys, it's the NFL. Everyone gets paid. They're allowed to coach their players too. They had a good game plan. They executed. But at the end of the day, Seahawks pull out the 30-24 win. And we talked about it. Sam Darnold able to bounce back. 244, 2 touchdowns. Most importantly, no interceptions. We just broke down that play. I love how he's playing. His confidence is not shaken, and he's playing good football.
Yep, and so is JSN. Another big day, 176, 2 touchdowns. He broke the Seahawks single-season receiving record, 1,313 yards, beating DK Metcalf's mark set in 2020. Ken Walker had himself a good day with 101 total yards. And on defense, the Seahawks had some trouble with Cam, but were able to sack him 4 times. D. Hall got in the mix. First sack of the year, big ups D. Hall. Leonard Williams, Byron Murphy, Patrick O'Connell being elevated from practice squad, all able to get the young man on the ground.
Yeah, and they pressured him almost every single play.
Yeah.
He was elusive and he kept plays going. Otherwise, if that was somebody else, Seahawks might have 15 sacks.
Right.
They were getting after
the Raiders
him.
gave up 10, so you already know.
It can happen. And they did this without Ernest Jones. You mentioned Patrick O'Connell, so love to see it. Seahawks 8-3 for the first time since 2020. Seahawks will welcome in the 4-7 Vikings to Lumen Field. J.J. McCarthy has now entered concussion protocol, which is a big thing. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. We'll monitor that, and we'll have you ready for Sunday. It is Thanksgiving this week, so we'll try to get you guys a little bit earlier this week. But again, Seahawks, huge win on the road against the Titans. Trugging along the season is special. We'll see what the Seahawks can do on Thursday. He's Michael Bumpus. I'm Nasser. This has been Hawk Talk.